What's up, players? Just waiting for our friends to arrive. I'm afraid that the shield will be quite operational when your friends arrive. Hey, so again, the joke, if you read the title of my video, why I almost quit trading 1 million Q&A, that's the Humble Traders video. I'm just trying to glom on to the Humble Trader. I still don't get why this chick has 1 million subscribers. She offers nothing. I come on YouTube. I give you actual actionable trades while they're happening. I told you guys again. I've never been more bullish the stock NNOX for the last 3 weeks. I've been telling you call spreads. I own the stock. I'm in the call spreads. I sold puts on the name. Um, I can't I can't come to your house and put the trade on. But what I really what I'm trying to do here, right? Again, if you're not, let me just make sure everybody's getting here. Hang on a second. I think I actually make sure I link the right thing. Yeah, that leads me to again. I was kind of joking around saying how my wife gave me permission to hire two strippers. No, we're just not going to tell my wife. We're just going to do the video. So I'm going to hire two strippers, or maybe just one stripper. I don't really need two. It's overkill. So I'm going to do my video, and I'm just going to have a girl stripping behind me. And then just when she's about to take the rest off, I'll end the video. That'll be the tease, just to see if the viewership goes through the roof. But there's no way in hell that people watch her content and say, wow, I got to be involved. She definitely paid for this content. She paid for the subscribers. She's paid for the viewership. And one thing I have learned is nothing attracts a crowd like a crowd, right? So that's why I'm trying to get you guys, you laziest people on earth, to click a few buttons here. Join me on YouTube every day because a lot of times I got to come back because trading's still on. NNOX just exploded to the upside, right? And we're short the Qs again. So as soon as I got off the air with my on my two websites that I run, I'm gonna come. Whoa! I'm gonna start doing more of this. Start generating some more content on YouTube. But you guys have to show up. So you guys have to show up. It's kind of the main theme here. You guys got to show up. So hang on a second. What if I do this? Copy. Copy right here. So this is what makes me think. All right, we got 388, 197, 570. There should be at least 400 or 500 people rolling on watching this video right now. Where are you guys? Wake up. Yeah, well, I got a video. I got my first TikTok video and did it with my buddy Mohammed. Yeah, he's putting it out there. I'm just wearing sweatpants and a Grateful Dead shirt. It's pretty silly looking, but we just wanted to do a test run. He just ran with it. First take, I just threw a video up there. But you know, I think the only way I could get into the good graces of YouTube again is just keep banging out these videos, and hopefully, I get picked up by the algorithms. Again, Google doesn't like me. YouTube doesn't like me because I never paid for anything. That's what it is. I've never paid for a subscriber. I've never paid for a view. I've never, and I don't really. I'm not the best. I don't do good thumbnails. That's really what it is all about. So this summer, I'm just going to get strippers, and those are going to be my thumbnails. So See if it works. I'm sure it probably will work. But I got to tell you something. I went to a gala yesterday. It was a charity event in the banking sector, and my friends, they were very. There was a very group of unhappy people to the point where it was actually more or less not said bluntly, but the overall feeling, they're more afraid right now than they were in '08 and '09. 'Cause business was still getting done. Now nobody wants to do anything. Nobody wants to commit to any deals because of where the rates are. So they're all waiting and nobody's doing anything. Nobody's making any money. And man, frustration and again, the party might be over. So I went to basically a regional bank symposium yesterday. But it's just that's the overall feel. By the way, the last time I went to one of these with my wife's in the industry. She's big time. If you need a commercial loan, call my wife, as a matter of fact. But, the last time we went was, basically 2008, and, Bear Stearns was there. There was a lot of, members from Bear Stearns, or I mean, bankers from Bear Stearns, and they were asking my wife if she knew of any job openings. And my wife knows people, but, you know, I'm like, "Wait a minute, the Bear Stearns guys are asking you for a job?" Kramer just said everything's all right over at Bear Stearns. Maybe Kramer's got this one wrong. And then 10 days later, Bear Stearns was $3. So I'm not saying I'm going out and shorting regional banks. That trade is kind of done, but we're not out of the woods. But the best part about the whole conversation I just had with you, none of that matters. Who cares? Who cares about the banking crisis? Crisis? What? Crisis? You guys watching the QQQ every day? Crisis? Who cares? NNOX. They just created a MRI slash X-ray machine that's gonna look at deep into your soul. You could actually go travel back in time before your problem happened and then fix it. If you wanna know what NNOX does, they make a time machine. It looks like an MRI, but it actually goes back in time. I'm in. You know I'm joking, right? I don't know what NNOX does. I buy stocks because of their symbol and the price action. I kinda know what they do now, some sort of scanner. Great. I hope it works. I hope their scanner works. But, I'm in $15 calls for next year, and they're almost up 100%. I'm not selling them. I think the stock is going to, 120. So, I will have to sell some next week at 25 because I sold some $25 calls. Shorting the cues themselves. I trade the stock. I haven't bought the options today. But I'm quietly just waiting to buy calls because the market never goes down. So as much as the Q short has worked now twice, or actually worked 4 different times, I shorted them twice. I'm ready to cover and go long. 325.71. 325.71, basically a dollar from here. 325.71 is the most significant price in the history of trading. And I'm being serious. It's the pivot point for today. It's the 1-minute VWAP. It's the multi-day VWAP. It's the ass crack breakout. So the market, well, again, the market's the QQQ to me. If the Qs are doing anything today, they got to break over 325.71. And until they don't, days over, weeks over, months over, years over. And it's just been a great month. It's been a great week. NNOX is us icing on the cake. But more importantly, are you betting against New York sports? Islanders lost, Rangers lost, Knicks going to lose, Yankees suck, Mets suck, right? Devils lost, right? All winning trades. Stay just like trading. If you stay consistent on something that always works. And by the way, my friends, if you think the Jets are going anywhere this year, let me just sum it up in one word. No, they're not. They're not going anywhere. They're not going to win the Super Bowl. They probably won't even make the playoffs. It's the Jets. I don't care if you gave me 10 reincarnated Hall of Famers on the team. They're not winning. They're a cursed franchise. They're never going to win the Super Bowl. And if they do, I'll get crushed this year. But until they win the Super Bowl, I bet against the Jets. I'm going to bet against the Jets just like I did last year. Every game, no matter what, because I have not lost yet in my lifetime. But that's not the important thing here. The important thing is we're in a market that refuses to go down, right? It refuses to go down. So, and I love shorting. I shorted the Qs yesterday twice. I almost shorted it the third time, and I would have got my ass kicked. But I've learned that right when this market looks like it's going to get worse, that's when we go up. So that's exactly what I'm thinking right now. It looks like it wants to go down more, but I got to accept the fact that it's probably going to go back up today. So that 325.70 area is vital. And if it doesn't go back up, great. I'm short. I got to stop at 325.20, and that's it. I'm not going to let the Qs go screaming against me. But if I get stopped out of my short and then we break over that other level, I'm actually going to buy for the end of the day. But right now, I'm completely content with never putting a trade on ever again in my life. Sit back with my NNOX trade, watch it go to 120. Still got my ENVX. I got the Rambus is working. I mean, the swing trades are working. I mean, this is just insane. What's up, Robert? So going back to the original conversation, help me, help you, help me, help you. So tell your friends to watch my video, subscribe. What do you got to do here? I'm sorry I don't have any great thumbnails of the strippers. And for you women out there, I will get a male stripper too if you're into it. I don't mind. I'm an equal opportunity stripper. But we got to start getting everybody from the chat rooms. Where is everybody? So, you see the new highs? Well, if you make a profit, if you're not in NNOX yet, where have you been? I started talking about this stock on April 24th, and I specifically said power gap broke above the power gap. You got to buy the stock, even though you missed the 100% move already. And that was at 1175. Now the stock's up another 100%. By the way, if this thing had weekly options, I'd be up about $1 million this week. No joke. If this stock had weekly options, I'd have been in the 1750s for 20 cents. I had to pay $1.50 for the 1750s yesterday because all they had is weeklies. I mean monthlies. So I had to go out and buy the May 23rds. no, the May, or whatever, next week. But I paid $1.50, now they're 4.50. But if these were weeklies, we would have got them easily for 20 cents, and now they'd be worth $4. That's a much nicer gain, 2 grand turning into 46,000. Hopefully, the more active this stock becomes, they'll start putting weekly options on it. But right now, I'm out to April of next year, and that's why I'm not even watching the stock. I think it's going to 120. I'm in. I'm not getting out. Never selling it. I'm never selling it unless it's back under never, basically. I'm being serious. I'm never selling it. Either it's either I'm making, 100 grand on this trade or I'm gonna lose 15 grand. I'm in April's next April. What are that? How many days from now is that? 343 days away to be exact. So I'm actually rooting. I need the stock to just kind of hang out here. I'd like to see it close at 25 on next Friday, and they can call away some of the shares that I've sold I'll exercise the April calls. I'd love to see it close at 24.90 next Friday, have my options expire, and just be in the stock. But yeah, back to the task at hand. Start hanging out. Oh, I'll never. I used to want to own a Tesla back when it was nobody had them. Now they're everywhere. I'm not interested. I don't even like them anymore. I really don't. I drive a big fat Henny Challenger, 600 horsepower. I'm gonna miss it when I give it back. I got a big fat Ram 1500 fully loaded. Came with 3 Taliban and a rocket launcher. It was awesome. I keep the Taliban guys in a closet in my backyard. I let them out every once in a while. It's fun. I put them on the lawn, the Taliban guys, as Christmas decorations. They're fun. You didn't know after we had you know, oh, you didn't get that. You didn't read the fine print that day on Fox? Yeah, once we pulled out of Afghanistan, you were able to mail away for your very own Taliban. I got 3. Right? I'll be right there. So, yeah, help me take back YouTube, and we'll all live happily ever after. My goal is to crush every person on YouTube that talks about the stock market one by one, because nobody's. I mean, I know it sounds funny, sort of funny. Some people think this is an arrogant statement. Is this being arrogant? I'm better than all of them. Is that being arrogant? It's a fact. That's not being arrogant. I'm stating a fact. I'm a better trader than anybody else on YouTube, guaranteed. And I'm willing to put up money to defend that idea. Nobody steps up to me. Why? Because they're afraid. So I'm done. I'm done challenging them. So the way we'll succeed is through success. Our success will triumph in the end. Inevitably, they'll all be broke. Like the Tesla guy, the guy that's been calling for the crash for the last 18 months, they're all gonna be broke, right? And if you haven't noticed now, I've been doing this since 2007. Everything's working out pretty well, right? I never ask anybody, I don't care if you sign up for anything I sell, I don't care. It's to your benefit to have hung out with me over the last 20 years. There's no doubt, right? I don't have to keep saying it. If you haven't come to my website yet, you're never coming. I get it. You're that lazy. I'm not gonna keep asking. You know how to find me. So, and now I'm just gonna sit here. I'm gonna train my son how to be a trader, and I'm gonna take his $5,000 account, turn it into 50 grand. We're gonna document it, and then I'm gonna get him a job at a hedge fund. And his resume is gonna be this. This is where I started on in March, and here's where I am next March. Give me a job. But, again, my combative nature, I truly don't want anybody else to succeed. I am maybe that's the bad part about it. I really don't want other people to succeed. I have a competition in me. There will be blood, right? I don't want people to succeed other than me and my crew, because we're better than everybody else. Nobody's better than what we do. I want to crush everybody. But more importantly, I want to crush the leader. I want to crush the humble trader and take their million subscribers and show them what real trading is all about, not just a bunch of catchphrases and bullshit. I want to take the trading fraternities subscribers and show them that you don't buy ghetto call spreads and hope for the best on an earnings report, right? I don't want I want to crush everybody on YouTube and TikTok and Discord because I know for a fact nobody knows more than I do. There might be somebody out there that could rival me, but I doubt it. I want to crush them all because it's a win-win. Sure, I want to make money. I would love everybody on YouTube right now, all million subscribers, to shut their whatever they're doing with the humble trader, come over to me and pay me for something. I would love that. But really, my real objective is to show her million subscribers actually how to make money. I'm not asking anybody for anything. If the humble traders subscribers were to hang with me for 2 weeks, they would never, ever, ever, ever watch one of her videos ever again. And that's a fact. Once they started seeing what real traders look like, me, 8 Ball, it's solid, and my illegitimate son, Patty. Order flow? I don't know what order flow is. Just trade VWAP and price. You don't need to know order flow. Keep it simple. You just you trade the simplest setup you can find, and that's VWAP breaks on earnings reports and stocks that have volume. That's it. That's why I despise this industry even more so because the industry in itself is a scam. The scam is that they're trying to make it harder than it really is. Then you have this idea that you need somebody to help you. And again, at one point I need to show you, right? But once you join what I do and I show it to you, when you spend 3 or 4 months with us, 6 months, a year, then you're good. Congratulations. There's nothing more. That's why bullshit about the studying, with Tim Sykes's videos. "Oh, we're all studying on a Sunday night." No, you're not. No, you're not. You know exactly what you're gonna do on Monday. You don't gotta study. It's the same trade. It never changes. No studying. There's doing. They make it seem like they wanna make it seem like they have this educational, uh, uh, monolith that if you garner this, you'll become a better trader. There's something to that, but you don't have to no one's studying. No one's studying anything. You came in this morning and you said one thing, "Man, I sure wish I bought that NNOX over the last couple of days. Oh, look, it's breaking VWAP. Buy it." And you got paid. And then the damn stock came all the way back down to 1950. And you said to yourself, "Damn, I really wish the stock would go back to 1950. Oh, wait, it is at 19. Oh, look, it's breaking VWAP again. Buy it at 1979." And then it goes to 2150. And you make yourself 2 grand. So what that you don't own it at 9, 11, 12, 15? Buy it today. It went up 2 points. Make money. Pick 3 stocks. Here's how you study. I wanna show I'll show you how to study. Pick 3 stocks next to any 3 stocks, random stocks right now, and sit there and watch them all day. When they break the VWAP, buy them, and then set the stop at the prior candle. Voila, you're a trader now. Sometimes that trade works really, really well. Sometimes you take a small loss. Sometimes you take a small loss. But if you consistently take small losses, and then these again, that's why the track record is bullshit too. I could go 1 for 7 every day, but if that one trade out of the 7 is great and compensates for the 7 small losses, then you're a profitable trader, and that's where we are. But you know what I would like to do? Again, I don't know whether or not it's jealousy. Sure, I'm jealous. It's a bad thing. I'm jealous of a humble trader. I don't think she deserves to make 30, 40 grand off YouTube revenue for saying Susie Orman catchphrases. She serves no purpose. She offers no value. Everything that she says or does, you can just Google. She's basically Susie Orman. That's what she does. She uses catchphrases. "Ooh, can you teach me about dollar cost averaging?" Really? You're gonna teach us about dollar cost averaging, and you're not a day trader. Stop pretending you're a trader. If you're gonna start talking about dollar cost averaging, then you're an investor. Nobody's dollar cost averaging a day trade. That's basically doing the wrong thing because that means you're buying a stock that's going the wrong way and you should be out of it. Dollar cost averages. How many times are gonna hear the story about how she became a day trader, how all of her struggles? Okay, great. Give me something to do. Where's all the give me all so now you took your beat down. I love those stories. You turned it into a success. Great. Now tell me what to do. Give me something to do. I've watched like 30, 40 of her videos. Nothing. She offers nothing, serves no purpose. So again, I have motives, right? But my first and only motive is to really change the way you guys look at the stock market. And again, my business model has not changed since I began. No, it's sometimes I exaggerate. I want to come off as a conceited, arrogant asshole. 'Cause I want people to show up to see if I'm just talking shit. And then you spend 2 weeks with me and you're like, "Oh, not talking shit. Damn. I wish I had met him 12 years ago and not watched The Humble Trader or The Trade Warrior or Trade Attorney or any of the other wannabes on YouTube." Anyway, NNOX 150, you know where it's going, 120. I don't need to watch it. I know where it's going. You know where it's going. We all know where it's going. But that doesn't mean if you're buying it at 21.50 finally, right now, and it plummets to 20 and you lose $1,100 on the trade, it means nothing. It means nothing. If you're just buying it now, you just popped it. You should be buying it at 19.79, not at 21.50. Because this stock could go from right now from 21.50 right back to $20. You're thinking, "Oh, this stock blows," and then on Monday, it'll be up another 3. That's why I day traded NNOX twice today, got paid. Now I'm in the long term, and I'm talking long term. I'm in April 2024 call. And by the way, let's just give it up for Palantir one more time. See? We learned. We learned finally. So if you want to consider that studying, what did we learn from 3 months ago about Palantir. The stock stinks. It's awful. They finally reported earnings. You'd think that would be the follow through. It gets to $10 and goes right back to 7. We are again. Time we just played it for what it was. 750 got us 10, and that's it. Not gonna push the issue on this stock again. I'm not gonna worry about missing out on something because the stock stinks, and I'm gonna continuously believe it's going to stay stinky until it's not, just like the market. Market doesn't wanna go down until it does. By the way, if NNOX is a dollar next year, I'll give you 100 bucks. By the way, if it's at a dollar, I'll be rich because I'll be shorting it when it breaks 12.50. Hopefully, it goes to 0. But if it is at a dollar next year, I'll give you specifically 100 bucks. Wanna bet? But actually, well, I'll bet you 100 bucks it's not. Would you bet me 100 bucks? I'll give you my Venmo number. I'll bet you $100 on May 12th, 2024, NNOX will be above a dollar. Would you bet me 100 bucks? Do I trade or believe? I believe Forex exists. I have personally never met any human being has made money consistently in Forex, and I've been in the business for 30 years. I personally have never met a human being, maybe they have an algorithm. I have personally never met. I've heard people talk about Forex plenty. I know people that sell systems that supposedly make money. I have personally never met somebody when I ask them, "Do you make money consistently trading Forex?" Well, the answer is no. So as soon as they hesitate, the answer is no. "So do you make money trading Forex?" Well, no, you don't. You don't. You just summed it up right there by hesitating. Somebody asked me a really important question, and I'm trying to figure it out, whether my dad's done better than me. I think my dad has done way better than me because I didn't blow myself my dad never blew himself up. I had to make back my whole career twice. My dad's been consistently making money his whole life. His long-term investing since 1982 has worked out pretty well. He's been in the queue since inception. He's done pretty well. Selling calls, selling puts against it, selling calls, Cisco for 22 and a half years. My dad bought Cisco in 1999 at around $45 a share. Then it went to 80, right? He never sold it. And then it went all the way down to like $6. He bought more, 12, bought more, 22, bought more. 22 years later, after selling calls and dollar cost averaging, he did pretty well. I don't got 22 years. I'm not putting anything on that I'm thinking I'm gonna be in 22 years right now, but when I see a stock like NNOX every day being on every dip, that's the kind of that's where I wanna be. But you see how it just hit 2150? That's an algorithmic print. The market just got it to 2150, and now it's at 21. That in itself is a trade. I love trading short around stocks that I own long. Not that I would short NNOX. I don't wanna play that game, but you can. Like Rambus today, still got it. It was a pretty damn good short. Anyway, just wanna wish everybody a very, very happy weekend. Try to stay sane. This doesn't have to be confusing. If you just trade this setup, you'll you'll always be in control for the rest of your life. Take money out of the market, use that money for your other ideas, and you'll be successful, right? And the most important thing is when trades don't, just get out. It's a very simple concept. Well, I thought this was gonna work out better. Now it's not. Hit the button. Get out. Small losses are better than big losses, right? But right now, it is very, very difficult to stay short the Q. I wanna, but I keep getting, I've been short the Qs twice, and both times I got stopped out, but I was stopped out with a profit. But stopped out nonetheless when I thought we were gonna get paid a little bit more. All right? Be good. Nice hanging with you. I'll see you when I see you, and, all you Fazoons and Fazoon wannabes, son's back in town. The real Fazoon has finally shown up. So my son's gonna be my new trader now. But I am still hiring. I will hire 1 more. I will give 1 more person a shot. And again, I don't really require anything from you. Just hang out, pay for 3 months of my time, learn something, and then I'll give you $50,000 to trade. And if you put any trades in the account that are not VWAP reversals, you're fired instantly. Oh, just just trade. So so that's the plan, right? That's the business model that I'm looking at, right? So 2 weeks, you get to hang with me, see if I'm full of shit or not, right? You'll see that I'm not. Join up for, let's say, a quarter. What I don't even know what we charge anymore. I don't even run my own website anymore. Pay up for 3 months, join for a year, do something. Show me that you have some sort of half a brain, that you get in the concepts, and then I flip a switch and I'll give you $50,000 in a thinkorswim account, and you go to work. But you go to work for me. You trade my ideas, not your ideas. You start with my ideas until I allow you to branch off. And the tragic story is every time somebody's branched off, they went fucking insane, like literally insane. People buying gold futures in my account. They're buying BlackBerry and Ameren calls on a Friday, hoping it gets taken over. Guys trading 2,000 shares of Coke. Calls me, he's like, "Yeah, I think I got 2,000 shares of Coke in your account. I went to lunch. I think we got stopped out. Or maybe we didn't get stopped out. I looked at the account, you're down $1,200. Like, you don't even know you have a position on right now? Right, you don't have to bother coming back because 'cause you're fired." I can't find the one person who just does the trade. Here's what I want you to do today. If NNOX breaks VWAP, buy me 1,000 shares and then sell into the move. If IONQ breaks 635, get me 2,000 shares and sell into the move. I mean, it was a solid day today. But if you're sitting there and you're still long Palantir, obviously you're doing something wrong. 9 7 we bought 985, got us 10. That was the trade. And then it rolled over and it became a short. That's another concept that most traders are still not getting. What you do in the morning very well could be the exact opposite of what you're doing later that day. If you're long Palantir this morning with me, it was a winning trade, but the better trade was to short it when it rolled over and broke back into the VWAP at 989, using the 10 as your stop. Now the stock's at 950, and the Q short is actually still working. Let's go. Oh shit, just covered some. 324.50 I just covered some. There you go. Making money, homie. There you go. So now I'm looking for 324 and a quarter, right? We're almost there to the 3-day V. Downtrend still intact. Chances are we're gonna bounce shortly. So now I raise my stop to the top of the candle. So basically it's still 325.27. 325.27. Now I'm staying short the Qs unless they break 25.27. But I've covered now. Now if it screams against me and I get out, I'm just getting out of what's left. I just covered 324.50. Oh shit, we might actually be rolling over here, guys. UVXY is green. You guys want to get real stupid? You guys want to do a stupid trade, like real stupid, like the dumbest trade you could possibly put on? 350 calls right now on UVXY. Do it. Do it. Do it. At 2 cents. Oh, sorry, 3 cents. Oh, well, 4 cents. Oh, they were 3 cents. Yeah, 3 cents. You buy yourself 50 contracts, it's 150. Oh, now you can't get them free. If this market actually goes down today, UVXY should go to 360. If you get them at 3 or 4 cents and this thing goes to 360, these will be worth 10 cents, which is 300% on your money. Now, chances are this trade won't work because the UVXY stinks. That's why it won't work. But that's why when you're in the driver's seat, like we are sitting on a day's pay already, this is where you take $100 bills and you start throwing them around. Maybe one hits. If you're up 600 bucks, you take 100. You're up 1,000, maybe you put 200 on the line. And then we go GSIT, 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 50 million shares at 350. What do you got? GSIT, GSIT. I ain't buying it. I'd rather buy it if it holds 320 again, maybe. I ain't going near this thing. I don't blow my account up in the middle of the day on $3 stocks that are up 120%. I just don't do it. See how disciplined I am? I'm not interested because this trade is the one that you lose 300 bucks on. Oh, what the? Putting trades on at 12.16 usually is a loss in general. So that's why I tend to make videos at this time. Stay away from trading. All right. Y'all have a great weekend. Be careful out there. I will say this one more time. Chances are the market's going to be green by the end of the day. I'm sitting around assuming I'm getting stopped out of these queues and assuming I'm going to wind up buying QQQ calls because right now, if you haven't noticed, the market refuses to go down. Speaking of weed, want to see something pretty? Growing my own, man. Look, my buds came in. I'm going to wear them as earrings. Weed man. Just going to smoke the whole bud. All right, guys. Seriously, be careful. And remember this shorting is short lived and you're going to die. One of these days, the market will follow through on the downside, but you better have a stop on because if you haven't noticed, the market refuses to really go down. But when it is going down, you got to be short right now until further notice. So you're risking about $1 right now. I'd say where the guns at? Which one you want? I got a Uzi submachine gun, man. Come to the front door. That's how I answer the door. Can I help you? Oh, you have silver? All right. Thank you. Have you seen these things? These are fun. I'm gonna get my kid to shoot me in the chest with it later. Oh, it's basically the biggest pellet gun you'll ever buy, and inside the pellets, they have, gas pepper spray. So, supposedly they hurt you, just and then they explode and blind you. I wanna see if it really stops me from coming at 'em. I mean, I'm gonna put some pads on and make sure you aim slow. Yeah, burner guns. I mean, you gotta own one because they're fun. I mean, target practice in the backyard. But I'm not sure this is stopping anybody. All right. So, uh-oh. We might be onto something. If it wasn't for Google right now, these Qs would be down a little bit more. Phase plasma rifle in a 40-watt range. Yeah, just what you see here, pal. The Uzi 9 millimeter. All right. Any of these would be good for home defense. Which one will be, buddy? All. Oh, I'm going to get the close up early today. Hey, you can't do that in here. Wrong. Yeah. I'm going to say my stop out on the Qs short is imminent. Imminent rally. Actually, you know, it would be a decent trade if the market just closed flat into the close. We might. That's a pretty decent move. Would not be surprised to see the Qs close flat. By the way, Google, something going on with Google. It's like carrying the Qs right now. Probably would have had a. We would probably be at 324 if it wasn't for Google right now. All right, I really gotta go. Be nice to one another. Remember, it's all fun and games till someone loses an eye. And if you have a guru out there that's disappointing you, come to the one and only true guru on YouTube. And then you tell that so-called guru that they've let you down, disappointed you. And then you tell 10 friends. And then you all come to me and I will save you all, one trader at a time. See ya. Oh, that didn't work. See ya. Oh, by the way, do you know Rainbow Kitten Surprise yet? Too much feedback. Anyway, peace.